Summer is quickly approaching and I am determined to make this year the most fun, exciting, best 3 months ever. So if you've been struggling to think of ideas, grab a notebook and your favorite pen because I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of my 2024 summer bucket list ideas. And these will be things you can do with your friends, you can do them alone, so there should be no excuse for why you can't have the best summer ever. The first thing you can do is go on a hike. You know, the weather is nice, and especially in the mornings when it's not too hot, you can go out and just spend time outside of nature. Go roller skating. I feel like roller skating is something that's very underrated, as in not a lot of people do it anymore. I know that I used to do it a lot when I was younger, but I definitely want to get back into it. Have a beach picnic. Now, I don't live by the beach, and I'm actually very jealous of anybody who does live by the beach and lives by the ocean, but you can go and have a beach picnic. You can either do this by yourself or you can go with your friends. Have water balloon fights. Make friendship bracelets, and this is very easy because you can just go to the craft store and buy a bunch of beads and little charms and little letter beads and, you know, make each other bracelets. Go night swimming. The next thing is to go randonauting, and if you don't know what randonauting is, it's basically like this app or this website that you like gives you a random address and you can go to that address and like find things. I think you put in like certain things you're looking for. I don't know. I haven't done this since 2020, so I don't exactly remember, but I do remember me and my friends did it and we ended up in some pretty random neighborhoods, but it was still really fun. Go on a ghost tour. I feel like nobody really does this, especially in the summer, because it's more of like a fall Halloween type thing, but my city is really big on ghost tours. I'm not exactly sure why, but I've been wanting to go on one for years. Go to an arcade and try to win as many tickets as you can to buy. Do they still use tickets? I don't actually know if they use tickets in arcades. I think they put everything on a card. But go to an arcade, try to win as many points as you can, and then get the biggest prize that you can. Go to a free concert. I know in a lot of cities they have like a calendar of free events, like free movies in the park or free concerts in the park. So you don't actually have to spend any money and you might be discovering some new music. Do some body painting, but instead of painting on yourself, have your friends paint on you and then you paint on your friends and see whatever weird creative designs you guys come up with. Go to the movies. I feel like people don't actually go to the movies anymore. I might just be delusional with that. Go see a movie you've been really wanting to see, get some popcorn, get some snacks, make it a whole thing. Host a karaoke night or go to a karaoke bar. I feel like it would be really fun to go with a whole bunch of friends and just sing random songs all night long. Have a princess tea party or just any party in general. Go on a mini road trip. Like you could literally just hop in your car and go to the next city over and count that as a road trip. Do a 24-hour FaceTime with your friends. Now, I did this back in 2020 and it was a real struggle. Like by the time it was like midnight, me and my friends were just like, what else do we talk about? We're being delusional. And then we went to bed and half of our phones hung up, the other half our phones died, so it was really complicated. And then after the whole 24 hours we actually didn't want to talk to each other for like the next week. But you know what, it was still fun. Go to a fortune teller or a psychic and just have them like read your palm, tell you your future. Even if you don't believe in it, I feel like that's still something really fun you could do. Have an early 2000 movie marathon or just have a movie marathon in general. Go stargazing at night and go cloud watching during the day. Go to a rage room. This is something else I've been really wanting to do. Now, I don't really know if I have rage. I don't think I'm a ragey person, but I do have a lot of stress. But I feel like throwing glass or smashing something with a giant hammer would be slightly therapeutic. Go to a carnival or fair, play Twister, and if you want to make it a little bit more complicated, you could put actual paint on each of the little Twister circles that match, like paint that matches the colors of the circles, and try to do it that way. Visit a flower field. I feel like spring and summer are the best times to go see flowers in a field, because a lot of times they have like flower festivals and things like that. You can get a group of friends together and you can go to an escape room. I've also been wanting to do this, but at the same time, I'm kind of scared of escape rooms because I watched that movie Escape Rooms, and if you know, you just know. Go bowling. I feel like people don't go bowling anymore. There's a lot of things I feel like people don't do anymore, but bowling is one of them. Go go-karting. Go to Build-A-Bear and make a bear. You can either go with your friends and each of you make a bear that you can like give to each other, or go to Build-A-Bear and make a bear just for yourself. Join a book club. I feel like I really need to do this because I've only read one book this year, and I feel like joining a book club would probably make me more accountable than I currently am. Go to a flea market. You know, it's kind of like thrifting, and you can find a whole bunch of stuff that's unique and not a lot of other people have. Go painting in the park, like just have a little painting picnic. Go to a water park and ride out the water slide. The next thing you can do is paint candles. If you're not into that, maybe you can try making your own candles. You can make your own room decor, especially if you're thinking about redecorating your room, which is also something else you could do this summer. I feel like making your own room decor will, one, save you money, and two, your room doesn't look kind of like copy and pasted. Clean and organize your room, especially because during the summer a lot of us spend a lot more time in our rooms, so it should be a space that is clean and organized. Make beaded jewelry. I really like making beaded necklaces, but you can also make beaded bracelets, anklets, rings. Go somewhere and learn how to make pottery, or if you're not really into making your own pottery, go somewhere and paint pottery that's already made. Start a bullet journal. Try scrapbooking. I've been trying to scrapbook since last summer, but hopefully this summer I'll actually start doing that. Learn to make your own clothes, because you shouldn't be, you know, participating in over consumerism or fast fashion. But if you don't know how to make your own clothes, it's okay, because I don't know either, but you can learn. And you can also learn how to upcycle your old clothes so that they match your new style. Have an art day, and with this you can literally do anything artsy. You can crochet, you can paint, you can go to a museum, you can paint outside, you can draw, you can just do a whole bunch of little artsy things all day long. Have a digital detox day, or even have a digital detox week where you do all sorts of activities that don't require your phone, because your mind will thank you. Your mind will thank you if you take just a few hours off of your phone. Get a little experimental with your hair and dye it or cut it, or just try different hairstyles. You know, you're at home all day, nobody's gonna see it, so you might as well experiment with it. Support small businesses. You can either go online and look up small businesses on Instagram, or you can go around your own city and support local small businesses. Get a piercing, get a tattoo, but I've been so indecisive about what kind of design I want. But you know, you can draw your own design, you can have somebody else draw it for you, you can go on Pinterest and get a design, but you can either get a tattoo, or you can even try henna, because that's not as permanent as a tattoo. Make an aesthetic vision board and add all the little things that you want to do this summer to help remind you. Have a full-on self-care day. I posted a video a few weeks ago of me doing all sorts of self-care things, and it was actually very fun, and it was very nice because I was just able to like reset, you know, have a calm mindset and just do all of the things that I love to do. Do yoga in the sun. If I knew how to do yoga, I would definitely be doing yoga in the sun. Take a skills class. This can be like art, writing. I'm drawing a blank of what kind of skills class you can take. Cooking. Yeah, just take a skills class. Go outside and color with chalk on the sidewalk. Have a themed photo shoot, or just have a photo shoot in general. But I feel like having a themed photo shoot is a lot more fun, and it takes a lot more creativity to actually pull together. Start a small business, you know, start a little side hustle. Earn some extra cash. Make your own popsicles. I feel like this is very like 2016, 2017. You remember when everybody on YouTube used to make those like Sprite gummy bear popsicles? I always wanted to do that. Never got around to do it, but hopefully I'll do it this summer. Do a closet clean out and get rid of all of your old clothes. Write little letters to strangers. You know, you can get a sticky note and write like a little inspirational quote, or actually a piece of paper and write, you know, something and leave it on people's cars. But make sure you're writing like positive things if you're gonna do that. Nobody needs any more negativity in their life. Get a color analysis, and this will be very helpful if you're somebody who struggles with finding colors that actually look good on you and don't wash you out. You know, this is really helpful when it comes to your personal style, and also when it comes to doing your makeup, just knowing what colors and what tones look best on you. Write a short story or write some poetry. Start a podcast. Learn how to do your own nails. You'll probably save a lot of money. You know, learn how to paint your own nails, or learn how to do acrylics if that's what you like. Grow your own garden. I think this would be a great activity because it will force you to leave your room and you actually have to go outside and spend time outside in the sun. But also because during the summer, you're probably eating a lot more fruits and vegetables, and it just would be more convenient if you could just get them from your own backyard. Take a personality quiz and find out what your personality type is. I think for the longest time I was an INTJ, but the last few times I took it, I learned that I'm FJ. Go outside and meditate. Spend like 5 minutes in the sun, just kind of calming your mind or following like a 10-minute guided meditation on YouTube. Sign up for therapy. Now this is the best time to do it, especially if you get so busy during the actual school year or during the fall, winter, or spring. You don't have time. Summer, if your schedule is open, you might as well take the time to work on bettering your mental health. Pull an all-nighter. This used to be so fun to do when we were all quarantined and we couldn't leave the house, and I just would stay up for days on end. I wouldn't recommend doing that. You do actually need to sleep at some time, but you know, pulling an all-nighter maybe once or every other week would be pretty fun to do. Ride bikes through the city. Learn how to play an instrument. Vlog random days in your life. Even if you don't decide to post it on YouTube or TikTok, it could still be pretty fun to rewatch at the end of summer. Go book shopping. And even if you don't go and buy actual books, you can still walk around the bookstores, because bookstores are just such, they're cozy places. They're fun places to spend hours on end at least in my opinion. Learn how to bake things from scratch. I really wanted to get into baking this year. Haven't really done it, but I feel like I'm more of a decorator. I'm a cake decorator. I like doing that, but I feel like it would be cool to learn how to make brownies from scratch. Or you could also learn how to make one of those minimalistic Pinterest cakes. I see them all the time. They look very beautiful. I want to learn how to decorate one of those. Maybe someday in the future. Learn a new language. For the past year, I've been trying to learn French. Research something that you're really interested in and maybe make like a PowerPoint or take some actual notes on it. Explore new cafes around your city. Start journaling. Like I said before, you can start a bullet journal, or you can actually just get like a journal that you use as like a diary and just kind of write down anything. Do brain dumps, write down how you're feeling, write down any exciting things coming up in your life. Or if you're already into journaling, you can do like a 30-day journaling challenge where for a whole month you just do like different journal prompts. Try out a new style. Summer's great to experiment with style because you have nothing else to do. You can also start thrifting for your fall wardrobe, because everything's going to be a lot cheaper during the summer, because nobody's trying to buy a long sleeve or a giant winter jacket in the middle of summer. Save money and learn how to budget effectively. I started learning how to budget last summer. I'm still not very good at it, but I have saved a lot of money, so there's something to be said in that. Take the time to actually get to know yourself. So you can do this by journaling, you can go to therapy, you can do shadow work, you could take personality quizzes, you could probably do a lot of stuff. Or you could even ask your friends things about you and, you know, compare it to what your perception of yourself is. Visit a museum, go to an art museum, go to the natural history museum, go to like one of those botanical gardens. Are those considered museums? I'm not sure if those are museums, but you can also go to a botanical garden if that's what you want to do. Create new playlists full of upbeat, happy summer music. Do something outside of your comfort zone. Have a full-on reset day. You can have like a monthly reset, you can do a weekly reset, you can do a Sunday reset, you can just do a life reset in general. Spend the day trying out new recipes, or just spend the day trying to cook every single meal at home. Or you know what? Spend the entire week trying to cook every single meal at home. Go camping, or if you're anything like me, you'll go glamping. I am not spending time outside. Like I would go stay in a cabin or maybe like stay in an RV, but I'm definitely not sleeping on the ground. I'm not sleeping in a tent. Spend the entire day at the pool, maybe play in the pool, pretend you're a mermaid, you know. The next thing you do is have a solo date, you know, spend the day doing everything that you love. You know, you don't always need somebody to go with you, and especially with summer, people are a little bit busy doing their own things, they're on vacations, and if you decide to wait for them, you're going to be waiting a long time. So go out, spend the day with yourself, have some fun, and really take the time to get to know yourself. Go to the drive-in movies, make a time capsule. You can either do this and open it at the end of summer, you can open it in a year, you can open it in 5 years, 10 years, however long you want to wait. But I just think that it's such a cute thing to do, and your future self will probably thank you. Take the time to volunteer. You know, you can go out and just do a little selfless act of kindness. Go to the planetarium. Go to a trampoline park. Go get ice cream. You know, it's a summer staple. Go get ice cream and go watch the sunset with your friends. Have a shopping day. Just take one day of the week and just go crazy. Well, don't go crazy. Go berry picking. I've always wanted to do this. I don't even know where I would go to do this, but I've always wanted to do this. Have a cozy day at home. Now you can either do this by doing self-care, or you could do like cozy little hobbies. Make smoothie bowls, and after you get done making your smoothie bowl, take the time to decorate it and make it all like Pinterest worthy aesthetic. Decorate a disposable camera, or you can also just get a disposable camera and take pictures all summer long. Go outside and blow bubbles. I was actually outside the other day with my nieces and I was helping them blow bubbles, and I forgot how much fun it was. And the last thing on this list is to go to some sort of festival. You know, summer's like prime festival season, so you can go see like floating lanterns, you can go see hot air balloons, you can go to flower festivals. I don't know what other kind of festivals are. Music festivals. You can literally go to any type of festival during the summer. Actually, I lied. There's one more thing that you can do this summer, and that thing is to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm really trying to make it to 500 subscribers before the end of the summer. So if you wouldn't mind helping me out, just go ahead and subscribe. But with that being said, that is everything I have for my summer bucket list. Hopefully you were able to find a few ideas of your own. If not, I'm extremely sorry that I wasted your time. But if you've made it this far into the video, I want you to comment down below the matcha emoji, because I want to start doing this thing where I ask you guys to comment the emoji, because I want to see who's actually watching my videos to the end. Because if you are, I love you. Thank you. But with that being said, I'm going to stop rambling, and I'll see you guys next week with a new video. Okay, bye!